Hello, and welcome to the Learn English podcast. I am Sarah, and I am so happy you are here today.
And I'm Mark. It's great to be back with you, listening and learning together.
Mark, I have a question for you. Do you remember your first time at an airport?
Oh, do I? I remember it very well. I was so young, maybe 18 years old. I felt a little scared and also very excited. It was a big, busy place. So many people, so many signs, so many sounds.
Yes, that feeling is so common. Airports can feel like a whole different world with their own language.
They really can. And that is why our topic today is so important. We are going to learn all about the airport.
That's right. Today on Learn English, we are going to help you feel confident and prepared for your next trip to the airport. We will talk about everything from the moment you arrive to the moment you find your seat on the plane.
We have divided our talk into 4 easy parts. First, we will talk about arriving at the airport and checking in for your flight.
Then we will go through the security check. That is the place where they check your bags and you walk through a special door.
Yes, the place where we take off our shoes and belts.
Exactly. After that, our third topic will be about the departure gate. This is where you wait for your airplane and finally board it.
And finally, we will talk about what happens after you land. Getting off the plane and finding your luggage.
And we will, of course, finish with a big vocabulary review. We will practice all the new words and phrases together.
So, get ready. Let's start our journey at the airport.
Okay, Mark. Let's begin at the very beginning. You arrive at the airport. What is the first thing you see?
Well, the first thing is a very, very big building. It is called the terminal. You usually go inside the terminal by car, bus, or train.
Yes, and inside it is huge. There are many, many people. Everyone is going to different places. It can feel a little chaotic.
Chaotic, yes, a little crazy. But don't worry, there are signs everywhere. Big signs with letters and numbers. They are very important.
So what do you do first? You have your ticket on your phone or maybe a paper ticket. Where do you go?
The first place you need to find is the check-in counter, or sometimes a check-in machine.
Ah, the check-in counter. This is where you get your boarding pass. The boarding pass is your ticket to get on the airplane. It has your name, your flight number, and your seat number.
Sometimes there is a very long line at the check-in counter. You have to wait and wait. You need patience.
Yes, you need a lot of patience at the airport. But at the check-in counter, you also do something else with your big bags, your suitcases.
That's right. You drop off your luggage. Your big bags are your luggage. You give them to the person at the counter, and they put them on the airplane for you.
But you must be careful. You cannot take everything. You have your carry-on bag. That is the small bag you take with you on the airplane.
Yes, your carry-on bag is very important. You keep your passport, your money, and your phone in your carry-on bag. Never put these things in your big luggage.
Absolutely. So to review the first steps, you arrive at the terminal, you find the check-in counter, you get your boarding pass, and you drop off your luggage.
It sounds simple when you say it like that.
It does. And now it is time for you to practice. Yes, you, our listener. I want you to say one sentence. Say, I have my boarding pass. Go on, say it out loud. It is just you and your phone. I have my boarding pass. Excellent.
Wonderful. You are already doing great. Now let's move to the next part. This is the part many people think about. the security check.
The security check. This is for safety. It is very important for everyone.
Yes, so you take your carry-on bag and you walk to the security area. You will see another line. You have to wait in this line too.
And when it is your turn, what happens?
Well, first, you need a bin, a plastic bin. You put your jacket, your belt, and your shoes in the bin.
That's right. We take off our shoes. It is a little funny, but it is the rule.
You also take your laptop computer out of your bag. You put your laptop in a separate bin, and you take your liquids out of your bag.
Liquids. That means things like water, perfume, or shampoo. They must be in a small bottle, a very small bottle.
Yes, the rule is 1 liter, but for your carry-on bag, the bottles must be 100 milliliters or less. It is a very small amount.
So you put your liquids in a clear plastic bag. A clear bag means you can see through it. Then you put that bag in the bin with your shoes and laptop.
Then you push your bin on the conveyor belt. The conveyor belt is a moving table. It takes your bin through a special X-ray machine.
And what about you? What do you do?
You, the person, you walk through a special door. It is called a metal detector. Sometimes it is a big round scanner. You stand inside and it takes a picture for security.
And if the machine beeps, what happens then?
If the machine beeps, a security officer will check you with a small handheld scanner. It is not a problem. It happens to me all the time. I always forget the coins in my pocket.
Me too. So after you were finished, you take your bin, you find a bench, you put on your shoes and your belt, you put your laptop back in your bag, and you are done.
You are done with security. Now you can relax a little. You are in the secure area, the shopping area.
Ah, yes, the duty-free shops. You can buy perfume, chocolate, and souvenirs.
But remember, you must go to your gate soon. Your boarding pass has the gate number. For example, gate B12.
So look for the signs for your gate. The signs are usually on the ceiling. They say gates A, B, C with arrows.
And that is a perfect transition to our third topic, the departure gate.
So Mark, you have passed security, you have your bag, you are walking to your gate. What is the atmosphere like?
The atmosphere is different. People are more relaxed. They are sitting, drinking coffee, reading books, or looking at their phones. They are waiting.
Yes, waiting for the announcement. The announcement that says, Flight 247 to London is now boarding.
Boarding means it is time to get on the airplane, but you do not board immediately. They usually call groups first.
That's right. On your boarding pass, you have a group number or a zone. It might say Group 3 or Zone B. You must wait for your group to be called.
It is important to listen carefully. Sometimes it is difficult to hear the announcements. You can also look at the screen. The big screen at the gate has all the information.
The screen will say boarding when it is time. It will show your flight number and your destination.
So when they call your group, you stand in line, you wait again, but this is the last line before the airplane.
Yes, the last line. When you get to the front of the line, you show your boarding pass and your passport to the airline agent.
Then you walk through the door and into the bridge. The bridge that connects the airport to the airplane.
It is called a jet bridge. It is a long, narrow, covered walkway.
You walk through the jet bridge, and then you are at the door of the airplane. You are almost there.
And now, another practice for you, our wonderful listener.
Look around you right now. Maybe you are at home, maybe you are on a bus. I want you to say, my flight is boarding at gate B12. Say it out loud. My flight is boarding at gate B12. Perfect.
You are doing so well. Now, let's imagine the flight is finished. The airplane has landed. This is our fourth and final segment for today. What happens after you land?
Okay, the airplane arrives. It stops. Everyone stands up. Too early.
Yes, everyone stands up immediately, even though the door is still closed. We all do it, but you need to wait until it is your turn to get off.
After you get off the airplane, you follow the signs. What signs do you follow, Mark?
You follow the signs that say baggage claim or arrivals. Baggage claim is where you get your big luggage back.
Sometimes you need to take a train inside the airport to get to baggage claim. The signs will show you the way.
When you arrive at the baggage claim area, you look for a big screen. The screen shows the flight numbers and the carousel number.
Carousel. What is a carousel?
A carousel is a big moving belt. It goes in a circle. All the bags from your flight come out on this moving belt.
So, you go to the correct carousel and you wait for your luggage. You watch for your suitcase. It is important to know what your suitcase looks like. Many black suitcases look the same.
That is very true. That is why I put a bright red ribbon on my suitcase. It helps me find it easily.
That is a very good idea. So, you take your suitcase from the carousel, and then you are finished, right? You can go home?
Not always. If you are in a new country, you have one more step. You must go through passport control.
Ah, yes, passport control. This is where an officer checks your passport and your visa. They look at you, they look at your passport photo, and they ask you questions.
The questions are usually simple. What is the purpose of your visit? How long will you stay? Where will you stay?
You need to answer these questions clearly. You can say, I am here for tourism, or I am here to visit my family.
After passport control, you are officially in the country. Then you can go to the exit, find a taxi, a bus, or a friend, and start your adventure.
And that is the complete airport journey, from start to finish.
And you did it. You learned all the steps. Now it is time for our final listener practice for this section. I want you to say, I am going to baggage claim. Say it clearly. I am going to baggage claim.
Wonderful! You have learned so many new words today. Now it is time to review them all together. Mark, are you ready for the vocabulary review?
I am ready, Sarah. Hello, everyone. Welcome to our vocabulary review. We will go through 12 very important words and phrases from today's podcast. We will say the word, give the meaning, and use it in a new example sentence.
Let's start with our first word, terminal. The terminal is the main building of an airport. For example, we arrived at Terminal 2.
Next word, check-in counter. This is the place where you get your boarding pass and leave your big bags. For example, the line at the check-in counter was very long.
Boarding pass. This is your ticket for the airplane. It has your seat number. For example, I always keep my boarding pass in my passport.
Luggage. This is another word for your bags and suitcases. For example, I packed my luggage last night.
Carry-on bag. This is the small bag you take with you on the airplane. For example, my carry-on bag has my book and my water bottle.
Security check. This is the area where they check you and your bags for safety. For example, please have your passport ready for the security check.
A bin. This is a plastic container you use at security for your shoes and laptop. For example, I need 2 bins for all my things.
Conveyor belt. This is the moving table that takes your bins through the X-ray machine. For example, please put your bag on the conveyor belt.
Gate. This is the door you go through to get on your airplane. For example, our flight leaves from gate A7.
Boarding. This means it is time to get on the airplane. For example, they announced the boarding for our flight.
Baggage claim. This is the area where you get your luggage after your flight. For example, let's meet at the baggage claim in 30 minutes.
And our final word for today, carousel. This is the moving belt where your luggage arrives. For example, my suitcase was the last one on the carousel.
Excellent! That was our vocabulary review. 12 very useful words for the airport.
I hope you repeated the words with us. Practice makes perfect.
So, let's do a quick summary of our lesson today. We learned about the 4 main parts of the airport experience. First, you check in and get your boarding pass.
Second, you go through security. Remember your liquids and your laptop.
Third, you wait at your gate and board the airplane when they call your group.
And fourth, after the flight, you go to baggage claim to get your luggage, and then through passport control if you were in a new country.
Knowing these steps and these words will make your next trip to the airport much, much easier.
And remember, for more English lessons, you can visit our website at learnenglish.com. We have videos, exercises, and podcasts for every level.
Thank you so much for learning with us today. We know you are working hard, and we are so proud of you. Keep practicing, keep listening, and you will succeed.
Thank you from both of us, Sarah and Mark. Have a safe and wonderful trip wherever you are going in the world.
Goodbye, and happy learning.